Hello friends, today we are going to be preparing chicken skewers. So depending on your supermarket, you'll start with a nice big breast. This is obviously a whole chicken with two very large breasts. They call these randoms. The reason they call them randoms is because they are not butchered down yet. They're very large in size. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off these little eyeballs right off the ends. I'm gonna set those aside. We don't really need those for this application. We're gonna split the breasts right down the center. And we're actually gonna take out this vein. There's a little bit of fat coating it, but as you can see, there's a tendon through the middle that it's not the greatest flavor. It's not even edible, really. So the last thing that I do typically on my chicken breast is I take out this vein that kind of goes through here. And how I do that is I either take a smaller knife, a boning knife, or a paring knife, but I just make a small incision here until it cuts through it. And then I turn the chicken around and I come back this way and I cut it all the way out. Again, it's a tendon, it's chewy, it doesn't have any flavor, it doesn't cook down. But now you have a nice clean chicken breast that you can cut down into your chicken skewers. So when I do these chicken skewers, I'm going against the grain, and if you look at the chicken, you can actually see there's a grain this way. So what I try to do is I start kind of on the tendon side, which is really the chicken tender. Anywhere you go and eat a chicken tender, this would be your chicken tender. Delicious. And now you have your nice clean chicken breast. So with the chicken tender, again, we're making chicken skewers, and I want these to be about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick. And I want them all to be universal so I can cook them all the same. So then again, going against the grain now. Depending on the size of the breast, you end up with 5 probably to 8 skewers and how thin you go. But you want them all the same thickness, so they'll all cook the same thickness. All right, so next we're gonna take the point side up. So if we turn them all point side up, you're gonna take a little bit of the heavier end and you're gonna take the skewer, and you really wanna skewer right through the middle, but not all the way through. You shouldn't really have any of the skewer showing. But depending if you're grilling them, you could soak the skewers. Again, for this application, we're gonna cook them, you're not gonna need to. So rather than dirty a whole nother pan or some more equipment, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some salt and pepper, and you're gonna just season those chicken skewers ever so lightly, making sure it's nice, even all the way across. And you're gonna take a little bit of that pepper, and you're gonna season them all the way. You're gonna flip them. You're gonna add a little bit more salt on this side, and a little bit more pepper on this side. The chicken doesn't come seasoned, so we have to add it. So at this point, our pan should be nice and hot. We're gonna add that oil to it. But what we want is, we wanna hear that sizzle. You wanna load that pan up. Now you can use tongs for this application. Since I have a glove, I'm able to move them around. But let them cook. Let that chicken cook. Let it add color. Let it seal all that flavor in. You don't need to look at it. You're gonna look at it when you're putting it in your mouth. So anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes. What we're looking for is we're looking for that nice golden color. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's real nice. And you're gonna cook these all the way through. You can do them before. You can do them just like this. Do one side, you can put it on a tray. Save it for if you had a party or somebody coming over. And then just throw them in the oven. Bake them at 350, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just finish them off. But if you're gonna serve them right now, you could basically sit here and cook them all the way through. This was chicken skewers.